Hello and welcome back to my island. Crayon. Hopkins is here, I'm here, and we got a big build to do today. Hello Hopkins! I feel like I'm always saying that it's a big build, but honestly, this time I mean it. So remember this area we built in Ketchup's yard, space farm area, whatever that video is called? Well, we're going to be doing this viewing section down there today. I know, it's such a big space and we got so much to do and I gotta try and fill it. Wish me luck. Anyway, this is the space. Here it is. We gotta do some terraforming in a minute, get rid of that terraforming on the right side. My original thought process for this area was to do some kind of forest, but I have changed my mind. You've probably seen it on the thumbnail. We'll go for it in just a second. First of all, we need to get rid of these trees. And like I said, we need to knock down this whole right side of terraforming. There was a lot more terraforming this side than I originally thought, so it took me quite a while to do, but that's okay. Look at it, it's all gone now and we can finally start building. So this is a very big space and I did think this area was way too big for me to try and do some sort of forest area in, so we're going to move the forest. Here is what my map looks like currently, and we're going to be building behind Tangy's house today in that little spot. I find very large areas to decorate very scary and daunting, but we'll see how it goes today. So I wanted to take another quick trip to my island puddle because today we're going to be building a duck pond. So I want to recreate the pond exactly how I did it on my island puddle onto my island crayon. It looks super adorable on the map. I think it looks so cute. So yeah, it's going to be perfect on this island too. So I'm going to try my best to explain this the best way I can. I'm popping down different color squares. We have the green. These will be the land pieces. You will not touch these with your water terraforming tool. The blue. These will be the water. Make sure you get rid of those. We'll do that in a second. And the red will be the angled pieces of land and water. I'll explain it as we're doing it a little bit more, but this is what it should look like. Feel free to take a screenshot to copy it onto your island. But now we've got to get our water terraforming tool out and start getting rid of these blue squares. Only chop the blue squares. None of the others, just the blue first. Leave everything else. And once you've chopped away all of the blue squares, we then need to move on to the red. These are the angled pieces, so make sure they stay angled just like this. You're going to do that all the way around the duck pond. And then after we've done with the red, we can get rid of the green, just kick it away. It needs to go, and then your duck pond should look like this. Now I have that little middle piece in the middle of the duck's head to look like the eye. It looks better on the map. It does with the eye. It looks better without, not on the map, if that makes sense when you're just viewing it. But this is what it looks like. I think it looks real cute. Perfect addition to my island. I feel like there's not enough space behind the duck pond for a villager house, so I'm gonna have to take some of this terraforming back again, which is okay. You know, we'll sort it out and fix it when we get up to this point of the island. I don't need to worry about it now. I just need to take it back so I can fit in what I need to fit in. I also need to have an incline going from Taggy's jungle area towards the duck pond, but look at these cuties. I went to go get the incline and they were just chilling outside resident services with their sunglasses on. We got Stinky, Hopkins and Taggy. Looking so cute. Now I'm gonna go for the red steel staircase. I was deciding, did I want blue? Did I want red? Blue or red? Went with red. I'm glad I did. It looks perfect here. It's just through the orange orchard and down, in case you're wondering. But now we have our incline. I need to decide what villager I want to go here. Of course, I want a duck villager for the duck pond. I feel like I need to do that, but we need to decide which duck. Ketchup already has a farm, so that only leaves us with Joey and Scoot. I was thinking Joey, and I was thinking Scoot, and then I couldn't decide, and I thought, you know what, we're gonna just go with Scoot because I think he will be the best next to the build that will be on the right, which will be a campsite. But anyway, we decided where his house is gonna go. Hopefully he likes it here, and now we can start decorating. So we're heading straight into this with our vertical board fence, one of my favorite fences in the whole entire game. I don't know why, I just really like this fence. I was thinking the other day though, wouldn't it be super cute if we get a fence that's pretty much similar that allows us to put little cutouts in the fence, like little hearts or stars or flowers or just circles. I think it would be quite nice. Also, I felt like I took this terraforming back a little bit too much, so we're just gonna put it back. Yep, we're just going to bring it all back behind Scoot's house. I mean, you never know how much space you're going to actually need for a build until you get to it, so it's not a problem. Also, I didn't do the fencing straight along all the way because I wanted to be able to bend the terraforming round, as you can see on the left of Scoot's house. I think it looks cute. Gives it a little bit more shape. Now it's really hard at this point to decide what to do for each of the villagers without it being the same thing over and over again when you have the villager on your island. And I thought I'd go for something a little bit different for Scoot. We're going to start by putting his decking down, of course. And I want to give him a swimming area. Maybe he like teaches other villagers how to swim. Maybe that's his role here on this island next to the campsite. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best at doing this. I was thinking of adding more water terraforming to this area, but it would have made it so awkward and so weird looking, so I decided not to. Also, for some reason, I lost a bit of footage. And from putting this dirt path down, don't know where the footage went. Don't know. It's just a small part. At least it was only like a 5-minute thing. Well, not even that. It didn't take that long to put it down. Anyway, we're going to put the fencing around the area, just around the, what's the word? My brain's gone blank. Around the pathway. That's what I was trying to think of. We're just going to chuck this fencing around the pathway. It just sort of sections the area off a little bit because, like I said, I am going to be putting a campsite on the right side. So I don't want it to feel like it's part of the same area, but also want it to be part of the same area. I don't know. I'm confusing. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. So we just nod and say yes. And then we just pretend that we know what I'm talking about. Now, something I used to do a long time ago is put grass code on my dirt path or my in-game path, whatever path I was using, and I thought, let's bring it back. Yeah, let's bring it back. I don't think I've done it for a while. I mean, I don't know, maybe I have. Most of the time I forget what I did on my last island. So how am I supposed to remember like a couple of islands back? Anyway, for Scoot's water swimming area, we're just going to add some plastic pools and also some puddles on the floor. I feel like you can't have a water or a swimming spot, whatever it may be, and not have puddles on the floor. Especially on a Kidcore island. What are you doing? Get those puddles ready. Get them out. These little plastic pools are actually kind of cute. I like that when you touch them, the little duck goes blub, blub, blub. Very sweet. Now, back here on the decking area, we've got a storage shed and I've put a retro transportation stop behind it to make it look like it's a bigger shed. I think it works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Now we need some music. And KK Bubblegum it is. And as lovely as bubblegum is, it does get to you when you've listened to it for a couple of hours when you're trying to do a build. So dedication to me for leaving it on. Now I put this here and decided to check the sign because I like to be able to read the villager signs so I know who's in the house. In case I don't want to go in the house, I just read the sign. So that's why I did that. In case you're like, why did you read the sign? That is why. Now this slide, the amount I cut out of this video so you couldn't see the struggle of me trying to get the slide the right way around. Me and that slide, we're not friends anymore. We're not. Also, I had to have a bubble machine in this area. Like, what's more cute and fun in a swimming area than a bubble machine? Now, I got some water shoes on here. At first, I had the red pair on, but you couldn't really see them on the red block store, so we definitely changed that. I want to add some wetsuits, some more shoes, and a little drop wetsuit, so you can wear it and fit in with the area if you so wish to. I was going to say I don't remember the last time I wore a wetsuit in Animal Crossing, but I think I did a little bit of diving on my Forever Island Sockington just to get a sea creature so I could get Brewster. I don't remember when I wore one for a long time. What's your favorite wetsuit, by the way, in the game? I don't know which one's my favorite. Probably the leaf wetsuits. I really like those, especially like the pinky purple ones. They're very cute. But I guess it depends what theme I'm doing to what color wetsuit I'd prefer. That's just how I am. Like, everyone always asks me what's my favorite of this or what's my favorite of that. And honestly, it depends what theme I'm doing to what's my favorite item. Same with flowers too, I guess. Now, I'm going to put flowers all the way around this duck pond. Originally, I had single rows of each color, so I had the blue, red, yellow and green, and it looked so messy and I didn't like it, so I did go for rows of 3 instead, and it's come out like this. I think it looks so much better. I really like it. The blue stands out quite a lot. I don't know why, it just looks like it does. I'm glad I went with the trio of a row instead of the single rows. It looks so much nicer. It looks less messy. Even though Kidcore is quite a messy theme anyway, I feel like you still have to have some sort of organization there. I think from doing this theme so many times now, I have discovered that you can't just add any color because it will look too messy, and so I try to stick with certain colors still, even though I try to make it fun. And there's a seagull on my beach. Yes, A sleeping seagull. We'll just leave him there. I like Gulliver, but I wish he had something better to do than to just snooze on my beach. I know you can talk to him and do stuff for him, but why can't there be something else? Maybe they'll give him something else to do in the next game. Now I want to fence in our scoot area just away from the campsite a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I want it to still feel open, but also feel like it belongs to Scoot on that side. And also the same with down here. I want to separate the campsite from the beach, but not too much. I love how that's my excuse for only putting down a small part of fencing. Now, my campsite is going to go here, which I think is a perfect spot. Looks so cute. Can't wait to scan a villager in and have that tent there. And look, lovely camera angle of the vertical board fence. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. So our campsite is in place and we have this very straight looking terraforming behind it, and I don't like it. So let's do a little bit of shaping. I will be popping an incline up to this level so that you can get to whatever I build up there, which I think I already know. I think I got it figured out in my brain. Hopefully it has the space up there for what I want to do. If not, we'll just move that idea and we'll just do something else instead, because that's how we roll. I originally was going to stick a completely different idea back here and changed my mind, a week ago? So there you go. I'm always changing my mind. I could never fully plan out an island before I plan to build it. Like, that would just never happen. Look at Tangy though. Tangy's here. We have a little dance off with Tangy. She's so cute. Give me a bean rating for Tangy in the comments. I feel like she's going to be very high up. She's like a 9. A 9 for me. But let me know how many beans you would give her. Now let's continue our grass on our pathway all the way round to the campsite. You can't really see it though on the bit in front because unfortunately the terraforming is very high up because it's behind Tangy's house, and so you can't see much. I mean, you can see the campsite, so I guess that's all that matters, and you can kind of see the pathway just peering through those coconut trees, and that's good enough for me. I'm not about to change my whole island just because you can't see the bottom of the pathway. It's not important. But it does mean we don't have to fill in the area just in front of the cliff because you won't see it. So I don't need to worry about putting flowers or bushes or anything there. Now we popped some decking in front of our campsite because I didn't know what else I was going to put there yet. Didn't want to go with dirt path for whatever reason I decided on the day that I built this. And we're also going to pop down some blankets. Now I originally had the blankets as a 2x6. Changed it by adding this wood so it looks like you're staying on some decking on top of the blanket instead, because we are going to put the kids' tents on top of these. I love how Ketchup was just monitoring us, making sure we're doing it correctly and to her standards. So the campsite is quite small actually. Thinking I might extend it up onto the cliff, but we won't be doing that today. If I do decide to do that, I want to make sure I fit the build I have intended to go up there first and then see if we can extend the campsite in front of it. It will make sense when we do it. I don't know if we're gonna do it next. Like I said to you, I never know what I'm gonna do next. I don't plan this out because I change my mind so often. Sometimes I just forget. I do. I have to go back and rewatch something and be like, did I say that? Or did I not say that? Who knows? We need more color and more of everything in this area, so we're going to add some of our Kidcore dirt path. I think it looks quite nice just leading from the little decking areas. It kind of looks like over time it's just wear and tear of the grass and it somehow has a Kidcore pattern around it because that's logical, right? Now you may be thinking, why are you knocking down your terraforming you just did? I need to put a tree in. Yep, I need a couple of trees. It looks so bare. You know what I feel like when it comes to the trees? They're very important to me. I must have them. They give height, they give decoration, they give beauty, they give everything they need to, and I love them. Now, instead of using a fencing, I decided to just put 3 bushes. Yep. Behind that vertical board fence and going towards the tree, it's 3 bushes. Normally I'd use a fencing, but I just didn't feel like it that day. Now let's pop our incline in. I went with the red one again, just so it all matches, it's all cohesive. This will lead up to our forest area and my planned build, like I said. And also we need some more codes on the floor. It's looking kind of bad. So we're gonna add more dirt codes. I'm obviously gonna add flowers and bushes and more of everything everywhere because that's just who I am. I also don't like how there's big gaps between some of the dirt and like the decking and things like that, so we're just gonna add the little planks in. Adds a little bit more color, and of course color is key on a Kidcore island. I wonder if anyone's ever done a black and white Kidcore island. Can you imagine? I don't see it working, but it could be interesting. Like, I'd like to see one. I don't think I'd do it myself though, just because I don't think you could do it as a whole island, but that's just my opinion. Someone prove me wrong. Anyway, we're gonna pop down even more codes. We've got this very cute toast code, which I love, going right by our incline. Let's get that incline built. Look at you, lovely red shiny incline. How pretty you are. Now I can finish my toast off now that Lloyd is gone. It's so annoying you can't put cones underneath Lloyd. Like, let me do it. It's gonna stay there. Don't be mean. For some reason, I guess I forgot to put furniture down before my flowers, which is normally not the case, unless the flower is behind the piece of furniture, but oh well, we'll do it in a minute. So I know, who is she doing the beaches? I say that every time. I do like one piece of the beach and then the rest of the beach doesn't get done. But that will change. You've got to trust me this time. I firmly believe and trust in myself that I'll do the beaches. I do. And the houses. I plan to keep this island for a little while, so we may change some things, or we may do the houses, or not may, we will. Anyway, for this little spot on the beach, I thought outdoor cinema is perfect next to your campsite. Go watch a movie under the stars or at daytime, whenever you want to watch it. Let's add in some fun balloons. We got the red one and the blue one, because of course sticking with our color scheme. And then also a popcorn machine just to go on the rock. I don't normally decorate the rocks, so why not start? Also, who remembers the first anniversary cake? Oh my goodness, and Nintendo didn't give us any more cake. Like, how could you? We want a second and a third and a fourth and a fifth, please. Like, at least a fifth, if not the others. Like, they gave us one and then just left us. Anyway, for a cinema area, you definitely need some cushions. For whatever reason, I decided to customize these with the cardboard on. Maybe I thought, ooh, cardboard cushions, you know? Let's add a couple of bears just to make it look a little bit more kidcore and fun. I feel like adding toys to your island will definitely make it feel a lot more kidcore if you're struggling. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on themes, but I feel like I know at this point, you know, from playing this game for 5 years, I know what kind of helps make a theme feel more like a theme, and definitely adding toys and lots of color to your kidcore island is one of those things. I mean, even if it's obvious, sometimes it's not obvious. Sometimes you might be thinking, well, this area feels a little bit too non-kidcore, and so you're like, right, add some balloons, add some toys. It's just fun things. I think whatever you see as fun or as an item that would be fun in real life, you should just add to your kidcore island and it will make it feel kidcore. Hopefully that makes sense. There's one thing I'm not good at doing: explaining things. I'm better at showing, more like a visual shower and a visual learner. That's just who I've always been. I've always been like that. Now we're going to add some weeds to our beach and also some flowers. If you didn't know, if you plant flowers, they won't grow on the beach. They make these really cute looking, like grass type looking things, and they just stay like that. And I think it looks amazing, and it saves me adding more codes to my beach and making it look a bit too much on the eyes. Instead, we got the lovely weeds in the grass. I think we're done with the beach for now. We're going to put a little bit of decoration around the campsite since I didn't do it earlier. I'm still undecided if I want coconut trees on my beach. I think I will, but it's either that or tree standees. Don't know yet. Now we're going to be chucking some toys, some camping chairs, and all the good stuff around this campsite to make it feel like it's being used and people are staying here. And I'm not going to go with gyroids this time, I don't think. I feel like I always go with gyroids on my campsite build, so let's change it up a little bit. In the last few islands, I put gyroids in the campsite, so definitely time for a change. Now this decking's looking so plain, so I did decide to go and pop some log stakes down and also this hedge standee. I was originally going to place this plastic, oh no, it's not called plastic, is it? This garden furniture down, so the garden table, the garden chair, the apple chair. I was originally going to place that down where the hedge standee is, but it just didn't look right. It looked a bit weird. So toy instead. Yes, and it still looks so plain to me, so we're going to change some of these wood patterns over to cardboard patterns. Just makes it feel a little bit more fun, a little bit more silly. I definitely prefer that. Now at this point I was ready to finish up the build and be like, yeah, we're done for the day. But my brain decided it wanted to also do the viewing area. So here it is. It's not very big. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I decided to do this last minute. It wasn't planned for today, but I was like, where else am I gonna stick it in a build video? I don't know, because I left it when I did Ketchup's house. I left it when I did the Nook's Cranny. We've kind of done all the areas and space around it now, so this was like the only place I could fit it in a video. Anyway, we're gonna go for your classic viewing observation area. We got trees. We got a log bench. We're going to have Nova Lights, Crescent Moon chair. Also going to drop some star frags. I decided to go with different star flags, not just the gold ones. There was actually green, blue, red, and like the goldy color looking ones. I think it was Sagittarius, Taurus, and I can't remember the red one. Was it Aries? Can't remember. I thought they looked so cute. What perfect coloration for my island. Fits perfectly. I've also stuck with just the yellow versions of the Nova Lights, the Star Clock, and the Crescent Moon chair, just so I didn't want to clash it up too much. Even though I will be able to have them in green and blue, I don't think there's a red color. I don't think so. And obviously the yellow is this color now, so I thought it was just better if I just leave them the way they are, other than not having the red and it look a little bit strange. So yeah, that's what I did. Anyway, we just need to finish filling the area with our star frags and our Nova Lights and our star clocks and flowers, and there it is. It looks so cute and whimsical. I'm actually really happy with it. And then that means we've actually finished the build today, so it's time to do a little tour of what we've done. So of course, the first area we managed to build today was this duck pond, inspired by my duck pond on my island puddle. I love taking inspiration from that island, and I just had to have some sort of shaped pond on my Kidcore island. We had to have a duck next to the duck pond. It's just the rules at this point. So here is Scoot's house. He actually teaches people how to swim, hence the little pools. He has some music outside his house as well, so you can have a little jiggle. Make sure you pick out a cute little swimsuit and some water shoes, and you'll be well on your way. I actually really like his little yard. It's something different. I've never done anything like that before, so hey, first for everything. And then next to Scoot's house is the campsite. I love how fun and colourful this looks. Definitely wish I'd scanned an amiibo card to get the tent there to see how it looked, but we can do that when we set the dream address. Other than that, I think this has come out really fun looking, and I'm super happy with my campsite and all the colours that I've used. We've also got cute chairs to sit on. Still considering gyroids, but trying to fight the temptation to add gyroids. Now on the beach, we have our little mini cinema area. You can just come here during the day or nighttime, enjoy a lovely film, enjoy some cake, some popcorn. I feel like films and popcorns are a must. If you're watching a film and not eating popcorn, what are you doing? Unless you're allergic, of course. But let's see what's on the TV. Ooh, looks like Godzilla versus the Transformers. My favorite program. Yeah. At the back of the campsite, we have a red incline. I'm going to probably do the little forest area up here. Also might expand the campsite. I need to be able to put the build that I intend to put up there first and then see the space. And then the last area is this viewing area, which I absolutely love. I think it's come out so whimsical and cute, and you get a perfect view of our beautiful duck pond and flower field. But there it is, we finished the build. I had so much fun as always. Again, huge shout out to the channel members. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Come join the Jelly Bean family. Have the most wonderful of days, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.